Football is a game of thrill, a game of skill, and a game of will. But what truly sends shivers down our spines? Could it be Fabio Grosso's extra-time goal that sent Italy to the World Cup final? Was it Arjen Robben's late winner in the Champions League final? Or perhaps Steven Gerrard's long-range strike in the FA Cup final? Today, we're diving into the most electrifying, jaw-dropping, game-winning moments in football history. Let's set the stage. 2012, the Etihad Stadium is a cauldron of nerves and anticipation. Manchester City on the brink of glory are locked in a nail-biting duel with QPR. The Premier League title is on a knife edge, the weight of 44 titleless years pressing down on City's shoulders. The clock is ticking down. The final whistle is moments away. The score is 2-2, and the title is slipping through City's fingers. Then, in the dying embers of the match, the ball finds its way to Sergio Aguero. With a deft touch, he sidesteps a lunging defender, steadies himself, and with the precision of a marksman, fires a shot into the back of the net. The stadium erupts into a deafening roar, a tidal wave of relief and euphoria. Aguero's goal, a moment frozen in time, clinches City's first Premier League title in 44 years. The 1999 Champions League final. Manchester United pitted against Bayern Munich. The stage is set at Barcelona's iconic Camp Nou. The clock is a merciless enemy, ticking past the 90-minute mark. United are trailing, their dreams hanging by a thread. Then, in the 91st minute, destiny calls upon an unlikely hero, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. A corner kick is whipped in, causing a chaotic scramble in the box. Amidst the pandemonium, Solskjaer, with the instincts of a seasoned predator, pounces. His boot connects with the ball, sending it into the back of the net. In that split second, United snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, securing the coveted Champions League title. We move to a night that Chelsea fans will never forget. Imagine the Allianz Arena, 2012, the Champions League final against Bayern Munich. The clock is ticking, the tension is palpable, and then, in the 88th minute, up steps Didier Drogba. With a powerful header, he equalizes, sending the match into extra time. But the drama doesn't end there. The match goes to penalties, and who else but Drogba steps up to take the decisive spot kick. With the weight of the world on his shoulders, he slots it home, securing Chelsea's first ever Champions League title. It's the 89th minute of the game in the 2013 Champions League final. Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund. The clock is ticking. The tension is palpable. And then, Arjen Robben, the Dutch master himself, steps up. With just minutes left on the clock, Robben dances through the Dortmund defense and slots the ball home, securing a 2-1 victory for Bayern. Spain versus Netherlands. The stakes couldn't be higher. The match is in extra time. Both teams are at their wits' end. And then, like a bolt from the blue, Andres Iniesta of Spain seizes the moment. With only 4 minutes left on the clock, Iniesta, with his magical touch, sends the ball sailing into the net. The Dutch could only watch as Spain celebrated their first ever World Cup victory, all thanks to Iniesta's extra-time heroics. It's May 26, 1989, the final day of the First Division season. Arsenal and Liverpool are in a fierce tug-of-war for the title, their fates hanging in the balance. Arsenal, the underdogs, needed a 2-goal victory at Anfield, a feat no team had achieved in 3 years. The match is tense, a nail-biter. Arsenal are leading 1-0, but time is slipping away, and the title is slipping with it. Then, in the dying seconds of the match, destiny calls on Michael Thomas. Thomas, an embodiment of calm amidst the storm, breaks through Liverpool's defense. With the weight of the world on his shoulders, he coolly slots the ball past the keeper. The whistle blows, Arsenal wins 2-0, and in a twist of fate, the title is theirs. It's 2004, on a chilly December night at Anfield. Liverpool, on the precipice of Champions League elimination, are locked in a do-or-die battle with Olympiacos. The Reds needed a victory by 2 clear goals to advance. The clock is ticking. The scoreline reads 2-1, and the tension is palpable. As the minutes wane, the ball finds its way to the feet of their talisman, Steven Gerrard. Standing 25 yards from goal, he takes a moment, then with a swing of his right boot, unleashes a thunderbolt. The ball screams through the frosty air, a streak of white against the night, and rockets into the back of the net. Anfield erupts, a sea of red and jubilant chaos. Liverpool, against all odds, have punched their ticket to the knockout stages courtesy of their captain Fantastic. 2012. The iconic Camp Nou. Chelsea, the underdogs, are locked in a tense Champions League semi-final against Barcelona. The aggregate score stands at 2-2. Chelsea, down to 10 men, are on the brink of making it to the final on away goals. The tension is palpable. As the 90th minute approaches, a clearance finds Fernando Torres. The Spanish striker breaks away, rounds Victor Valdez, and with the composure of a seasoned veteran slots the ball into an empty net. The Chelsea fans erupt, their dreams are alive. They're heading to the Champions League final thanks to a moment of sheer brilliance from Torres. Stamford Bridge, 2009. The clock is ticking down and Barcelona is on the brink of elimination. But then, in the 93rd minute, up steps Andres Iniesta. With one swift strike, he sends a rocket into the top corner, silencing the Chelsea crowd and sending Barcelona through to the Champions League final. A moment of pure magic from a player at the peak of his powers. In the heated rivalry of the Old Firm Derby, Maurice Edu etched his name into the annals of Rangers history. In a match that was a nail-biter to the end, Edu's stoppage timer winner was the decider. The American midfielder found the back of the net in the 93rd minute, sending the Ibrox Stadium into a frenzy. This goal not only secured a crucial victory for Rangers over their arch-rival Celtic, but also played a pivotal role in their journey to clinch the Scottish Premier League title that season. Shunsuke Nakamura, the Japanese maestro, is no stranger to delivering when it matters the most. In a decisive match against Kilmarnock, with the Scottish Premier League title hanging in the balance, Nakamura stepped up. In the dying moments of the game, he curled a stunning injury-time free kick into the net, securing a 2-1 victory for Celtic. This last-minute heroics from Nakamura wrapped up the Premier League title for Celtic. In the grandest stage of them all, the FIFA World Cup final, Mario Gotze delivered a performance worthy of the occasion. With only 7 minutes of extra time left, Gotze took Andre Schürrle's pass on his chest and volleyed his finish past Argentine keeper Sergio Romero. This goal not only sealed the victory for Germany in the final against Argentina, but also earned them their 4th World Cup title. Gotze's extra time goal is remembered as one of the most iconic moments in World Cup history. From the World Cup archives, we rewind to 1998. The stage? A quarter-final clash between the Netherlands and Argentina. The match was a nail-biter, with both teams locked at 1-1. The clock was ticking, the tension palpable. Then, in the 89th minute, up steps Dennis Bergkamp. A long pass from Frank de Boer, a magical first touch to control, a second to bamboozle Roberto Ayala, and a third to smash it home. The Dutch were through to the semis thanks to Bergkamp's last-minute brilliance. We're at the Millennium Stadium for the 2006 FA Cup Final. Liverpool, trailing 3-2 against West Ham, were staring at defeat. The Hammers were on the brink of a historic upset, but as the clock hit 90, Steven Gerrard had other ideas. A half-cleared cross fell to him 30 yards out. With the weight of the team on his shoulders, he unleashed a thunderbolt that flew past Shaka Hislop. The game went to extra time and Liverpool eventually triumphed on penalties. Gerrard's strike is remembered as one of the greatest FA Cup final goals ever. Finally, we land in Dortmund for the 2006 World Cup semi-finals. Germany vs. Italy, a match destined for penalties. The Germans, playing on home soil, were favorites to progress, but in the 119th minute, Fabio Grosso curled a beautiful shot into the far corner, breaking German hearts and sending Italy to the final. His cry of disbelief, "Non ci credo, I don't believe it," echoed the sentiments of millions watching. That's a wrap on our journey through the most thrilling game-winning moments in football history. From last-minute goals to heart-stopping saves, we've seen it all. Remember, it's not just about the final score, but the passion, the drama, and the sheer unpredictability that makes football the beautiful game.